been a new and slightly interesting problem here in New York City. Amazon has come out with these new carts that they basically ride up and down on bike lanes to not only be emission free, but also get deliveries done faster. Problem with these carts is that they take up the entire bike lane and they use bike lane space when the bike lanes are meant for bikes. Technically, they get around this by having pedals, but they're battery-powered carts that basically have a big containment trailer behind them. They don't have to have a big truck on the road, and they kind of get it by new congestion pricing that's happening by using these. The problem is, bike safety in New York City just went way down because of these. Came across a small fleet of these vehicles, and I decided to start recording and ask the courier that was controlling, pedaling, or driving the bike what they thought of it. Thanks to Amazon, now we have a bike path clog. It makes it incredibly unsafe for bikers to move. Look at this, these cars inch closer, and these things take up the entire bike path.
We got pedals.
Those things suck.
I know, blocking the entire thing.
Yeah. Those bike pedalers back here, they're not as big as a deal because they're at least respective of the space. I'm gonna see if I could ask these guys at the Amazon carts any questions. I wasn't meaning to be hostile back there.
My complaint was about the bike, but it's a bike.
Yeah. Are they fun?
They're alright.
Yeah.
They're like 12 miles per hour. You can't like fly around.
You can't, yeah. How long have they been using them?
About a month now.
About a month?
Yeah.
And people get hostile at you.
Yeah.
Do they make it seem like it's your fault?
Yeah. You know, why is that thing in the bike when I'm like it's a bike? I don't know what to tell you, it's a bike.
It's pretty cool. How far do they go?
On a single charge battery, I can go from, I can do deliveries from, we start at 60th Street and I go all the way down to, I want to say the Lower East Side of Manhattan.
Yeah. Did you used to drive the trucks?
No. I was, actually, if you've seen the guy who was riding around with the bike with the trailer,
Yeah.
I was doing that.
Oh, wow. So they were hiring people specifically from that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Well, they were hiring anybody that knows how to ride a bike. It's just now they're more hands-on with it. So
Yeah.
You have to take 2 days of training and then a bike test before they actually let you go out on the road.
Good talking to you, man. Have a good day. Stay safe. They will never be as bad as this. That's awful. What I'm trying to say is that it's actually a pretty ingenious solution, but it's causing more hurt and more harm than it is doing good. And it's doing a lot of good for Amazon, but it's doing a lot of harm to the people that ride their bikes all the time and to the people who commute in the city. And I do understand that, like, to most people, this isn't going to cause them any problems. In fact, they probably like that their Amazon deliveries are being faster. So I bet Amazon is able to make same-day deliveries much faster right now. And to all the people that don't ride bikes, that's really great. But to people who do ride bikes, it's causing more congestion in the bike lane. And because these bikes, these vehicles, pedaled vehicles, are so big, it's causing these bike lanes to feel a lot smaller than they used to. The drivers are not the problem. The guy seemed very genuine. He was willing to answer some questions, and he was being pretty safe in the bike lane, trying to be as far as he could to the left side of the bike lane so that people could get around. But the thing is, even if you're doing that, you're cutting the bike lane into like less than half of what is safe to ride in. All the green part is basically covered up by these vehicles. So if you want to get around, you have to go into the slashed line lane right next to the bike lane that basically puts you at jeopardy of getting doored by somebody. Basically, getting doored by somebody is when somebody swings their door open without looking, and then you hit the person's door and you go go flying off your bike and you possibly injure the person getting out of their car, and it's just like an awful thing. You can see so many clips of this on the internet. Basically, these Amazon carts are putting people at jeopardy. I don't know how fast these things accelerate. I don't know how fast that they stop. And right now, we're not even in the busy season for bike couriers. We're not in the busy season for people biking in the city. This is going to be a very interesting summer, and I don't think this is going to be my last video about these things, but my initial impressions, the people driving these things seem to care a lot about their jobs, and they want to make sure that they're safe, but also they want to make sure they're doing their job well. So that means going fast, getting the times right, and using the bike lanes when necessary. And unfortunately, that's going to cost some safety. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody gets hit by one of these things and then they're all taken away all at once just because of the unsafe behavior that I've already witnessed. It just seems like it might not stick around all that long. I kind of want to bring the question to you guys. What do you think? If you don't live in the city, if you do live in the city, if you ride bikes, if you don't ride bikes, what do you think about these things? Do you like that they exist? Do you think it's a cool thing that Amazon made? I mean, to avoid the congestion pricing, but also to just make deliveries much quicker. What are your thoughts on the logistics of that? Should the city be creating wider bike lanes just to accommodate for these types of vehicles, or should everything just kind of stay the same? If you want to see more videos like this in New York City and about the things that are happening in the city, subscribe. There's a new video every single day, so I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.